Happy full moon. Happy full moon. The cat?
Like grow up with dogs, so he's like theirs.
Oh, gracias.
The
Mm.
So yeah, that's why women is the center of the family, of the community, or like yeah, for sure. This is it can come natural for us.
Mm-hmm. The way I heard it put was through the nervous system model or framework. Because, they say we have rest and digest, fight or flight, but they've shown that women have this thing called tend and befriend. We have the innate.
Excuse me, I just want to follow correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that like a version of fight or flight that we practice?
That we practice.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
instead of going into fight or flight, we tend and befriend. We touch each other. We do each other's hair. We hold each other. We connect. We tend and we befriend each other. So it's like what we naturally do. So this is why matriarchy societies was a natural thing, because women as the mothers and the first teachers, we showed each other and our children and our men and the boys that aspect of tending and befriending and learning how to connect and relate through care.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So we're just coming back to that, like we said, Sankofa, the ancient future.
Yep.
All these things that worked.
Ancient future, I
There,
love
that's my thing right there. The ancient future.
That is what?
My
what?
jam.
Okay.
My thing I love.
Ancient future.
We're co-creating the ancient future.
I love it. Yeah, it's like volver al origen. Coming back to the origins.
It's balance.
Ancient future.
The ancient. Yeah, we're co-creating the ancient future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm wondering about like also in connection with the masculine, because for me it's like in the Western culture we grow up, it's like a lot about us like getting away from that, and then maybe at one point we create women's circle and learn, okay, how do we relate, like how are these energies, and being in indigenous communities and observing them, a lot of times it's like, oh my god, the woman is like washing all the clothes and being with the children and cooking, and is like basically a housewife, right? And like it's really uncomfortable kind of to see that and to feel that, how this is like, then also she maybe don't get angry or she's not supposed to and stuff. And for me, like, I've been making this experience as a woman from outside, and I noticed that they do, as women, they have a strong hold. They're all together, either cooking, taking care of the children. They are able to do the man's work, but they do the woman work. And they go together to the river. They nurture each other, so their feminine energy is so strong that even when they're with their partner, they maybe don't get angry, because they have, like, in a hopeful sense, or like in a good way, when they're good in their family, just a lot of female and children around that nurture them, and that's really beautiful. And then there's also a different understanding relating to the masculine, and I feel like also like a claiming of a woman of being the center of the heart in the home as a power source, maybe even could be more powerful than the masculine, but she's like present and grounding with it, that is just expanding and protecting everyone. And I'm wondering about this, because it's like this, like being able to connect, coming together as women, especially growing up not in this kind of tribal way, and how to then deal with those things about patriarchy that are still like
active. Yeah.
Ay, mi amor, que just put it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's a balance of both, because we see how the patriarchal dominance have done, but that's the dysfunctional aspect of the masculine energy. But in the natural setting, in these cultures we're referring to, there was the reverence of the women and the recognition of the power and the importance of women, and that's what the men organized around to protect the feminine, so that she could be safe to open and do the work that she does, which is being the heart. But what you have here on your chest is you have ribs, right? You have things that are protecting your heart. So when the men got away from that, protecting the heart, everything went sideways, because the heart represents the feminine, the mind is the masculine and the logic. So if one is guided without the other one accompanying it, you can go like rigid thinking, the things that we see of just craziness happening, just that rigid black and white thinking. And then if it's, you know, deep within the unconsciousness of the emotions and it's not balanced, it can be chaos as well.
Yeah.
So the importance, I think even the different indigenous people teaches about that balance between the masculine and feminine. And because the unconscious patriarchal masculine has been dominant for so long, because of the disconnection from the heart, that is the medicine of this time, you know. So drinking the cacao, tending and befriending. And as we are having women's circles, men need to have their spaces too.
Bye, Shanika.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you. Ah, no, nice to meet you. No, no te Nice to meet you. Le perdón la costumbre. Chao. ¿Cómo es tu nombre?
Shayla.
Sheila. ¿Y tú? Siento que te he visto. Naya.
Nadia.
Naya. Hello. Good night.
Good night.
Se me cuidan.
Are you non-binary as
Que
well?
vaya lindo.
Sí, Ruedi, que me baje la luna ya, que ya estoy
Do
como
you
por
consider
favor,
yourself
quiero parir.
outside of
Fluid?
the binary?
Because I have a beard.
No, I'm just asking because of your question. No.
The children love my beard.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm in this feminine body and I'm trying, like, I'm learning to make peace with that, because my body is like communicating with me in uncomfortable ways all my life.
Yeah.
But like other ways, yeah, I mean I made many experiences where I can also feel more masculine or not even both. Can I?
I'm non-binary.
Oh, yes.
I've got this
Yes.
feminine body, but like,
Yeah.
I'm a non-binary person.
You never mix it.
So I feel like I'm trying to learn
I do mix it sometimes, but I haven't really had any
and like,
tobacco
and
like
seeing
that.
like
And
how
it's
I grew
just
up
been-
in a way with a mother, my grandmother were
But you see, I
really,
got
like,
some.
go
I was
forward
walking down La
people,
Sexta a
superpower
few days
people,
ago,
and
and
Ethiopian?
it caught my
Is that
eye,
what
and
you
I'm
were saying
like,
before?
yeah.
No,
So I
mixed,
got it and
like,
went to the
yeah.
beach and was
African
just
mix and Turkish.
praying, you know.
Nice.
But and how to balance that
Yeah,
and
that
being
was
like
beautiful.
having the strength and then go forward, but like seeing like, okay, maybe the way I grew up was like this warrior way of woman, but it's not actually. My body is literally telling me now
No,
we need to change the pattern.
Yeah.
And you're gonna listen to me, and I'm like, no, why? So how to actually be okay being vulnerable, being feminine,
yeah.
but don't seeing it as a weakness, but finding the power with that.
Takes power to be vulnerable.
Yeah. And then also being like, okay, loving with that, finding the right people who are open to that,
Yeah.
and letting go of the people who cannot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you're saying is also just so important because we, you know, we use this term indigenous cultures, or we look at the idea that there are cultures that have better ways of dealing with things than we do. It doesn't mean that they haven't been affected by the same imbalance that everybody is
Exactly.
suffering from.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That, we're all dealing with it. It doesn't matter which way you have been privileged to live.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Like,
agree for sure.
there's definitely some models out there, but everything has, you know, we take it and we have to look at it and speak to what we see that's true in it, and then figure out how do we build forward, how do we, you know, neo-indigenize, or how do we create that ancient future, you know, like, I like ancient future.
Yeah.
I love Asian future.
Right?
In Spanish,
you
you'll
know?
be.
You heard it here first tonight.
Right? TM that shit.
¿Cómo se dice
The
en
ancient
español?
future.
Mejor malo conocido.
TM, you should make Malcolm.
Bueno, buen chiste. Bueno, pero, no, pero real.
How would you translate? What would be your translation?
Futuro
Futuro
ancestral. Futuro ancestral.
Mm-hmm. Pretty. Yes.
Hermoso.
Yep. Very. The ancestral future. Right?
Because we are our ancestors.
Absolutely. Yep.
And I realize that I'm an ancestor of the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, how do I want to live and what impact do I want to leave? And that's what inspires me, like, to really take action and be like, you know, I'm tired of complaining or whatever. Like, find my people, build the teams of the future and the people who want to do it, and we get to work.
Yeah.
We get to work.
Yep.
It's time.
It's also making me just think about how we are our ancestors reincarnated. So we really are the ancestral future.
Yeah.
Because
Spiritually, epigenetically.
yeah. It's the truth. Yeah. It's beautiful truth. You know?
Yeah.
Have you heard about the Dream Time?
Yes.
Original people from Australia. I love that belief. I don't know how to say in
That
English
f-
properly.
cosmology.
Yeah. It's
Cosmology.
like there is no time, past, future, present.
Oh.
We are creating
Yes.
the dimension, the frequency
Yeah.
in which all of us we can be together,
Yeah.
creating a new frequency or level of consciousness.
You just have to remember.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is, at the end, this is a game. This is not the real.
Reality,
This is not
yeah.
the real. We are not
Yeah.
in this body. We are not this mind. All these are just thoughts. We are not in the time and space. We are more than that. And in the
Yes.
dream time, all of these are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So ancient future is also the dream time.
Mm-hmm.
Recovering from that loss of memory
Yeah.
where we think this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the power of collective dreaming
Yeah.
intentionally.
Yeah.
So when we're here talking
Love
about
that.
it and dreaming about it and feeling it, through the eco-village movement and permaculture and everything, I learned about dragon dreaming. You heard of that? Because if you're talking about
experienced
Joanna
that.
Macy,
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
I know
her?
you. Yeah,
Okay.
you know dragon dreaming.
Yeah.
So that system is built on indigenous knowledge. The first principle is dreaming. So if we want to co-create regenerative projects of the future of the now, it's a model to organize and co-create, but it starts with the dreaming process. Because you know how when, like, this is what we're doing, we're dreaming here. So when we're here and we're sharing like our vision, our ideas, our inspiration, we're like weaving, tejiendo, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we're creating in the dream time, by sharing our ideas, our inspiration. You get excited about it. You get excited. You share a piece like, oh, we can do this too and this too. And we start co-creating. And then from the dreaming, the next step is to plan. So from dreaming now, we shared the idea. We expanded it through sharing. Now the next step is to plan to make it a reality. So we plan how we're going to accomplish our vision and create. Then it's the doing the plan. And then once you've done the plan and created together, the next step is celebrating. And then the celebration happens throughout the experience as the ritual of connection and gratitude and community. To sustain us, to be regenerative and keep going, is that whole process. So that whole system of dragon dreaming, it's a beautiful way of like project management and creation, to have a ritual and a way, and to begin with gratitude and sharing and connection.
I
Yeah.
love it because actually we are talking about this and we are in a very important astrological moment.
Exactamente. Yes. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and yeah, like for me, today's energy speaks a lot about what we need to die of, like what are the beliefs, the deep beliefs we have that we think we need them to survive, but they are like protecting us from entering in the new collective movement that the earth is calling to develop. So yeah, I think it comes to me the question of what do I fear of living in community? What do I fear of living in collective of big
yeah.
part? You know, like because I'm super agree with all the beautiful things.
And this is a profound question for you
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, of
This
course.
moment.
Yeah. So
You know what it brings to mind for me?
Wow.
I have a bae now. A partner. I'm in love. But we have this telepathy thing happening between us. And today he wrote me and was like, hey, you know, I'm thinking of you, even though you didn't hear from me. I'm thinking of you. You're always present. And what did he say? Like, there's no privacy. Like it's a joke between us. And I said, yeah, you know, as we go forward in the future, the new human we're going to be telepathic. And that's going to, it's going to require a certain level of cleaning to exist in a world where you can't hide nothing. And in community, you can't really hide nothing. After a while, it's going to come out, whether if it's a grievance or a damn affair or whatever, whoever you're lying to, first of all, yourself, other people, but it's going to come out. And the community is such a beautiful fire for like people to evolve and grow and shift consciousness.
I didn't
Wow.
think about that. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful question.
Yes.
So, answer the question, darling. What are your fear of being in community, right now? That we are talking about abstract things, just
Right.
connect with your own questions. as
Connect to
a
your own
Daniela.
intuition and what comes through. Don't question it. You already know.
Yeah.
I think we all have some kind of fear.
Yeah. I guess one that comes to me easy is like the uncomfortable of needing to communicate so many things. Like, oh, man. I thought my limits were quite
It's
obvious,
a lot of,
but for some people it looks like I get to, and that it's annoying. That's a part.
You realize that, you can't make any assumptions. And communication is like the top thing in community. So tools like learning nonviolent communication, active listening. There's a lot of people who don't listen. They try to listen to be able to respond, but not to really connect and feel what's being communicated. So then we got our assumptions, our beliefs. We got our own story about what happened, and all these things get pushed upon in community.
I guess also somehow community calls you to be your son. You know, how do you say, embody your own son, because you need to take the best version, the highest version of yourself to live properly in community. Otherwise, you cannot hide that deep call that your soul has to be here for be truth, to be what you are. And in community you will have so many mirrors that will show you that deep call, all the time. So for sure it's going through the uncomfortable part of facing yourself all the time, but I think it's a beautiful journey. Also, I think in the ways I tend to be more individualistic. That probably there's a part of me that works easier individually. So it's like, okay, now
Because you're a Capricorn, right? Yeah, you just like to know what to do and you go do that shit. You get it done.
yeah.
So I'm a Capricorn too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm Moon Capricorn, so it's
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah.
What are you?
Virgo.
Virgo.
Ah, wow.
That's funny.
Earth gang!
A lot of
Earth
signs.
gang!
Right, isn't it? It's a lot of
Earth
signs.
gang! Yes, so we
beautiful.
understand.
Under,
your
you said it was a
ascendant
Taurus
is
moon?
I'm a
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
My rising is
Aquarius,
Taurus.
Yes.
Moon
Yeah.
Capricorn.
Okay.
Or we're on you mentioned the Taurus something.
We're
right
in the
now.
Taurus season.
That's right. It's Taurus season, Scorpio moon.
Yeah, the sun is in Taurus.
And lots of earth signs rising.
Right here, yeah. I've been interacting a lot of Earth's Capricorns and that's the energy we need though, like leadership, because Capricorn is like the structure and order and the father. So it's like that's how we anchor all this vision into reality, is the masculine energy and taking aligned action. Oh, please, yes. No question. What are you asking if I want more cacao? What kind of question is that?
Oh my God. Naming ceremony for. Where are you from?
I'm born in Germany.
Oh, okay. You want more cacao?
Yeah,
We're in Germany.
in Nuremberg.
So I hope y'all don't mind me videoing.
Just outside.
I've been more inspired to video and share conversations like this because it's a part of the awakening process and being able to utilize the phone, social media. That's the age of Aquarius and using the technology for good. So all of you are helping in that way to raise the collective consciousness by being you authentically and sharing your thoughts and ideas, your inspiration, and even your fears.
It's time to detach.
Because truly, our fears and the things we go through represents what's going on in the collective as well. So a lot of people have the same fears, the same beliefs and programmings that we need to collectively shed. So wow, that's what I'm visualizing, is like the snake skin just coming off, a shedding.
Yeah, I'm wondering because what come up for me is like this book. It's not my book, but when you were talking, it just my eyes came on this, and it says beautiful, clever, independent, hot milk. And for me, it's like okay, we're all women. We're like nurturing. We are able to actually give milk once we have a baby, and sometimes our milk or like our sharing, our communication, and then for me, for example, also my deep dive of structure, it's like I'm actually giving, right? I'm giving and nurturing, but for some that could be too cold or too hot rather than warm enough, according to how I actually share that and communicate that. And I think that's also like for me in community, my fear sometimes, because I can't, either my milk is too cold or it's too hot for somebody, even if it would taste good, you know, it's not the right temperature. And I'm like, okay, so because I like it beautiful, clever, independent, that's who I am, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, I still don't know, but like I wonder about that, because also for me, like being in Colombia, like before Peru, but it's different, but Colombia, it's so much about the food, so much about the enjoyment, so much about, like I notice here also every time I see you and the lady, it's like every time you have a conversation, I find the way you communicate with people so brilliant. For me, it's like inspiring. And I always see like you invite food into the space, you offer people food or to connect, to have a conversation in a way to actually digest together, be emotionally connected, right? And I think it's also a tradition here, and for me it's kind of something new. And I wonder then, you know, I wonder about this, I'm learning from this, how to actually make your milk tasteful and
Wow.
in the right temperature and
That's
enjoyable.
beautiful. It's
Yeah.
not your milk that needs to change. It's
Yeah.
it's the amplification of your audience. You know,
Maybe.
and it's just like you mentioned having a baby. You're not going to produce the wrong milk for your baby. You know, so you don't produce the wrong milk for your community. You just have to find who your people
What's
are.
this one, Michael?
Maybe.
Sorry.
It's like
I'm saying that as someone who,
Talking about
I feel that too.
I guess.
And at the same time, I realize I've been moving a lot, and I've been kind of running away from certain things that I don't want to live anymore.
You know, the full
Yeah,
moon is a
and
good
nor
time
should
to
you.
stay up all night.
Yeah,
'Cause
but but there will
I
always
lived on the
come.
German border, so.
Yeah, I know. You know German. Yeah,
right.
you know.
I lived in the Netherlands, but on the German border. You know, like that
And
whole
this is
area.
the
You know,
It's hard.
technology.
It's hard.
What
It's
cookies
it's
use
very hard.
to connect
Oh
with
my
the pineal.
Mm.
Being
Yeah.
awake with
I
fire.
mean, sometimes
Mind.
I would just
And
cry.
the way
because
that the
I
layers
just-
of the mind
I just
are
felt
like just
hopeless.
like feeling
You know,
to
like
connect
feeling away.
with
in
the
terms
real
of who I was
yeah.
Yeah.
versus the environment,
Powerful.
and then
Yeah.
everybody making it seem like what I was experiencing was normal.
Yeah.
It was not normal.
So have
Yeah,
you done
I know.
deep
I know, I
ecology,
grew up
like
like this.
to
Yeah.
experience
Yeah,
um,
that
But it's like
methodology?
I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
I've
always,
studied it.
no matter how much I grow for myself or
where
move,
about or
there is
how,
this
when?
pattern, you know, and it's maybe
I've
moving
been
a little
studying
bit,
like
but I always feel
ecology,
confronted
the eco-village
things.
movement.
And I feel it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
more
within
recently
the
I
world,
went to
like the
Nashira
war and the
Eco-Village,
peace, and it's like
next down
oppositions
close to
that
Pali.
are- It's an endless fight.
And it was
that
a
exists inside of
30-day.
me,
Do you know
and
Jen?
outside of me?
Global
in some
Eco-Village
situations,
Network?
And
No.
and I realized
Well,
I
through
cannot
them they have
outrun that.
something
And
called
I
an
cannot
EDE,
outfight that.
Eco-Village Development
And-
Education.
And it
But
needs
this one was a
to make peace
she-ed,
inside of myself.
so it came
and
from
then
a
also
matriarchal
in certain
perspective.
situations where I would say,
So,
"Wow, this is sick." You know, it doesn't
It
make
was
sense. I
for
can
30
walk away,
days
but
back
also,
in
how can I
November.
let go of the
So a part of the
resistance?
work
How
that my
can
teacher
I
taught was
just really be so
the work that
centered and
reconnects
be in love,
in
you
deep
know,
ecology. Yeah.
and see even what it is
And you
it's showing
experience
me
the
about
spiral
myself.
that reconnect?
And
Okay.
Maybe
What do
those
you
parts
feel?
that
Or
I'm-
what do you,
I'm
what do
like-
you felt about? What
I'm
is
having
your-
I mean, I'm in agreement with it all
exist,
because it's different
and
parts of the
sometimes
work that
maybe
I
they
bring
come
as
out
well.
or whatever, you know, from
You know, I bring
love, but,
together
like,
the nervous system,
so I'm
healing
thinking about
work,
this.
ritual,
If
because it's
about
all
so
necessary.
much about the world
We're dealing
is
with
sick,
like
then
a
it's
multi-dimensional
okay, I'm not the
issue,
curandero,
multi-dimensional disconnection and
but it needs
reconfiguration and
healing. And I'm not alone.
remembering that needs to happen. So we need all those different
But it needs
tools.
integration.
The
It needs
self-work,
balance.
the inner
And
work,
so,
and the outer work,
and then
you know, so
without getting
all
into
makes
this
sense.
triangle of I'm the savior or I'm the victim or I'm the perpetrator.
so I love the
It's
like the
okay,
holding
how can I-
action, that framework,
still
holding
accept that,
action,
you know, that's happening inside me or outside me without rejected, without
transforming
ignoring it.
consciousness,
without
like the work on
feeling paralyzed
consciousness
or
that
running
needs to
from
happen.
it.
So a lot of my work talks about
Yeah,
that.
so
The
I
disconnection, connecting spiritually and having that shift in your consciousness.
Way younger than I did.
Yeah, and
You know. So
know,
even
by
just
getting
that
there, by doing the
is
inner work,
comforting
the
to
shadow
me
work,
because
all these different
ways
ways that we've been affected through
I had to go
whatever
to
you want to
the
call it,
extreme,
disconnection.
in order to advance what had been the position that I had around who I was. You know, I had to start offering myself up to the language of, you know, I am those things. You know, not because I think about them in the traditional light, you know, but by recognizing that I have saved people by finding myself. I am a savior,
Mhm.
you know. Not because, because like, it was helpful for me as someone who grew up Christian, and even was a Christian missionary for a while, like figuring out what, what this, like, if we decolonize the story of Jesus, one, there were tons of messiahs. Like, there was never one, within multiple religions, but also even at the time that Jesus was walking around, there were like you know, hundreds of people. Because all, you know, if we think about us now, you know, like this age of enlightened people who are kind of in a certain spectrum of age, who are traveling the world, who are learning different spiritual practices, who are learning differently than their parents were, who are healing the world, you know, by taking the little things that they learn and going in lots of different communities. That's all that Jesus did. You know, they always pick one person or one story, you know, like in all the different cultures, and that's the one that we like hold up as the standard. But at the time, there were multiple people that were standing right next to that person who were doing similar work. It just didn't get documented.
Yeah.
So it's
Especially
not,
women.
especially women. So there's an African American scholar that I really love, who she got inducted into Verdun, so she writes under the name of Mama Zongbe. And what I really
Peace and
loved about the way
blessings.
that she approached it
Welcome
is
to another
that
edition of
so much of
Round Table Talk.
the miracles that Jesus did, you can
Round
attribute
Table Talk.
to,
We got the campfire circle talk, round table talk.
like Ethiopian.
Let's see what else we develop,
Senegalese,
you know, to bring this message
like,
of love,
and then
healing, and
West
liberation
African,
Yeah,
like the
to
whole
all
nation.
nations, to all people.
So her way of
everywhere.
approach, her way of approaching
I
it.
see. Yes,
Right.
we'll do it around the
You know,
fire.
like for a lot of everything started. You know? So like, I like
Listen, we got all night.
it is that those
We got
years,
all night.
You know, like Jesus was 30
What is
years
the time?
old.
I would love to. I
What was he
really
doing
would love
before?
to.
Well, he was
stay
traveling
awake all
throughout
night,
Africa.
Let's
but
do it then.
I
Learning
have
different
to
techniques,
do
you
a
know,
class
learning
tomorrow
different
morning
healing
at
techniques, and then
6
taking them
a.m.
back to
Um,
people,
we'll tell you.
you know, with your matcha, and you come back with like the healing techniques that you've learned. It's the same. You know, it's the same story. It might not get documented.
But
the
that's
same way.
also the thing. It's like how to actually, like you've been talking about archetypes before, right? And that's also a lot in African history or in any kind of story, especially also in Egyptian mythology and everything. It's like if these are different archetypes that live in us, and some are actually more present in us through our like ancestor history and everything in our parents. Like, okay, how we do embody that in the most graceful way. And I feel like that's what you're talking about. And I found it so beautiful because I don't know if you have Ethiopian ancestry or something, but like
Likely, yeah. It doesn't show. I mean, like it doesn't show up in my DNA test, but I think there's a strong chance. Yeah.
but it's literally like taking all of this, you being in the church and stuff, and like literally coding it in your ancestry about actually the storytelling,
Yep.
the archetypal way of connecting to the world, to the human embodiment.
Yep.
And it's so beautiful.
It is. It really is. You know, like, even before I knew a lot about it, I was. Sometimes I'll write things and then I'll study them more deeply, which yeah. But I wrote the last book that I wrote was a lot about like, what it was like to just travel in this body. And one of the things that I wrote about was when I was younger, and the first time I saw a black, like the first time I witnessed like a black virgin, like in a church, you know? And I was afraid to go look at it because I had grown up in a church tradition where it's like, oh, that you would never have a black Mary, like you're not supposed to believe that that doesn't exist.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
But then,
Well, in South Spain, it's so huge.
yeah, like it's
And it
normal.
is literally like the Isis also. Cosmic
Exactly.
mother.
Yeah.
It's like-
You know, because the Jews originally worshipped Isis.
Yeah.
And Peru was looked at as a, like, when we look at the
Like Jesus.
the Messiah traditions, because Peru is Buddha, Peru is Muhammad, Peru, like just reborn in different iterations and or you know, like those are some of the stories that I
It's like
learned.
different consciousness, really. Like, incarnated.
Yeah, and most of the, you know, most of the people
ser
who,
anfitrión, que
you know,
es
most of
dueño
the
de un lugar,
prophets who
a
spread
co-crear con
Christianity were Ethiopian women, you know. So
claro, que
of course there
sostenga
are,
la
you know,
energía de la regeneración.
black female
Uno.
saints. Of course
Dios,
there
que sea una
are black
relación
female
regenerativa.
versions all over the
El
place. We did a
vínculo
lot
con
to
esos
make sure
lugares de la
Christianity
escuela viva,
survived, not in the way
claro,
that
de la conexión con la
um,
inteligencia natural.
is as representative of us as it should be,
Sí,
just as we see
claro,
so much
no,
of, you know,
sí, sí,
like
sí.
so much of
Sí.
science
Em,
and
Hay que
technology
definirlo.
we're so
Total.
responsible
Y ver si
for.
es
que
posible.
se conecta
And
mucho
we don't
con
show
tu
up in
proceso
those
actual
traditions
de
in the
cómo
ways
sientes
that
este
really
lugar.
reflect what we
Es tu hijo.
created.
But I found it so beautiful. It was so,
So what is your favorite way to stay connected?
I guess telepathy, but the phone also helps.
I mean, we can work with what you got. Like, yes, we can go telepathy.
Yeah, but like
WhatsApp
so
or
if I see,
Instagram.
I take your WhatsApp
All
and
right.
your Instagram,
Yes.
and sometimes
Yeah.
then when I see your story
Yes.
or your picture and you're like in a certain dimension with it,
Right?
and I look at it, I feel it, I
Same,
think about you,
same.
and you remember me, and
That's
like
right.
we are having that energetic exchange, so it helps with telepathy.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one.
And
Because that
we-
is
and
also
we
how
feel
my
like-
telepathy works
And
too.
we feel
Yes.
like we feel like remembering, you know, together, and
Oh yeah.
and that's how I've been doing it.
Oh yeah.
And then it gets on the point where it works without.
The
Checking your
phone.
phone.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I love this because that is that is exactly.
When after the ceremony, we were talking about that a lot. The mitochondrial
Chondrial
Yeah.
DNA.
the
Yeah.
mitochondrial Eva.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Adam, Adam and Eva.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
The
Yeah.
atom and the Eva.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
One of my affirmations for this particular point in time has been, you know, connecting with the cosmos by saying, I am Eve. Like, I am the beginning, you know.
wow,
My
beautiful.
womb space is that zero integer. It is the beginning. I am her ancestors. I am her futures. I am, you know, every representation of the Messiah, the rock star, you know, like just because we're all just created out of cosmic energy. We're all stardust, you know? So that mitochondrial DNA as a code that we're unfurling and unlocking, I love that idea because, you know, the first scientists were women. And I imagine a collective that came together just like this one, sitting down and saying, how will we encode this knowledge, this grand, exquisite knowledge into the future? And they trusted us enough to unlock it, you know, in a very integrated way. It was never going to be one technical path. It was always going to be the merger of all of us coming into a certain amount of consciousness within ourselves, and then just thinking about the possibility of what that unlocks when we all realize what we house inside of us, you know? And it's scary to take that on, in the kind of world that we live in. It's scary to not imagine but actually inhabit what that means, you know, the kind of like, powerful generative creative force that actually means we are each capable of, you know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like in Native American tradition, there's also the saying, and I guess in many cultures and sometimes it's like the creator created many beings and then they created a human, and then they were like, okay, where do we hide like the most precious thing? Where do we preserve it? Where will you keep it? And first they were thinking about the whale and the ocean with the whale. So now we have like the whale who carries the codes of sound, and the alchemy of sound healing through the whole ocean and influence everyone, and this ancient wisdom of going to land and transcending emotions and transforming and things like this. and going back to see. But then it was like, no, we're gonna hide it within themselves. So they hide it in the human being. So we are now waking up to this, finding the most treasure within us that he was like, or creator itself, like hiding, seeing, wow, this creative essence lives inside us. And it can be scary, if we've been so much believing different, that it was outside there.
And even if we, I like just listening to you, even if we still say him, because we have been trained to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, then what if that's okay because the her is on the inside?
Yeah.
You know, the thing that we're unlocking, you know, in this conversation of all of us being trained to think outside is that we have to find the her.
The her inside. Because it's our body, it's like our intelligence, like or like I don't know now how to say, but like it's like this planet. It's like this living, breathing, ancient being that is literally our bodies.
Yep. And the highest intelligence within our genetics is an ancient genetic female code.
Yeah. There's like this the saying, the code of the Sophia or something like this.
Sophia code,
It's that.
Not familiar with it.
Yeah.
Just, you know, there's so much to learn in every day. It makes you excited. It makes you really happy. It's awesome. I love that we each have pieces of the puzzle.
Pieces of the puzzle.
You have to start a new world tomorrow, correct?
Oh.
You're moving tomorrow?
Yeah.
We need to let you get
It's a good beginning and ending and beginning. In alignment with the cycles,
This is
Totally.
like we're right now in a space of no time.
Yes.
0
0
point.
point.
Oh.
Oh.
This is
Yes.
like
Yeah, totally.
anchoring, safe, like cocoon that space travels in time.
Yeah. I love it. We are super tuned with that energy. Yeah.
I love it too. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
And yeah, I feel everything we talk about pretty aligned with the energetic astral movements that are going on tonight. You know, like, or this collective energy or the past patterns that we should face. We should recognize. So special. I'm pretty sure like this year things are moving forward a lot. Yeah, this year is gonna be amazing. It's been amazing, like things moving like super fast
So
in time.
fast, and I think it's just gonna. We also in the fire horse Chinese, but like shoo, or but yeah, wow. Yeah, I feel so grateful. I really like it's so nurturing to be here, and also knowing it's a timeless space, a present moment of seeding, kind of, and like because I was like all the time like so much in other things, and I was like, wow. Usually I practice this day by day, or I get myself in a cave to get into that space. But now I realize, well, it doesn't matter. Like, it's good to train, and it's good to stabilize and to get with this kind of loop of vortex. But like, then actually, it doesn't matter if it's in one moment, and the intensity of coming all together in any way brought me here, and the energy was still like, and before it was a different practice. And so I feel very grateful of like seeing like no matter what happens, I will end up here, all together, or like visualizing, weaving together. Like, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow.